I'm Ben.
Hi, I'm Claire.
And we are
Hi, Jinx.
And we are going all antipodeans.
Totes. Yeah, we are. So we're supporting our friends, the Aussies, who, are probably still recovering from their
loss to England.
Thrashing at the hands of England.
How are you doing about that with that?
I mean, I'm still suffering a little bit, but, I am on the road to recovery.
Did you see the Gatland Eddie Jones chat? It was so good. So Gatland was like, "Oh, did England play their final against New Zealand? Are they going to be too knackered?" And Jones was like, he said, "Oh, don't worry about that." He said, "You just enjoy the 3rd and 4th place playoff." And it was so savage. I really enjoyed it. What I love is how all these countries really get into their rugby. Yeah. And what is really exciting is these countries now are really getting into their gin.
Yeah. And I mean, Australia,
having tasted these gins, they're really into it. Yeah. They're really into it.
They are. Stuff. And I mean, don't even get me started on New Zealand gins. That's for a
whole other thing. Like, you're so excited, aren't you?
I'm really excited after my recent trip back. But these guys, Manly Spirits, we came across at Junipalooza when was it? June? July, something like that. Sometime in the summer.
So Manly is a district of Sydney.
Yep. Sydney.
And I went there a couple of years ago, right by the beach, and got a photo of myself outside a place called Manly Kebab, which for me was probably one of the highlights of my life, to be stood outside a place called Manly Kebab.
I mean, you are a pretty manly kebab yourself.
I am manly kebab, but also I think I probably am about 80% manly spirit.
Probably.
So I probably actually am these guys' spirit animal. See what I did there?
Well, because we got really excited about them, because not just that, but also they've got, this is a bladder wrap on the front, isn't it? Something like that. So anything with a bit of seaweed or any sort of sea life in it, I go mad for. So I was like, gin that tastes like the sea, sold. We were so sold.
Let's go there. Gin, tick. Tastes good, tick. Coastal, tick.
From a cool location.
Bottle looks good.
Yeah.
Tick. Like, there was so much to love. And it was such a rubbish gin that we bought all 3 bottles.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we put our money where our mouth is and didn't buy it.
No, obviously not.
Definitely not.
No, exactly.
So here we have Stry and Dry. Stry and Dry.
Nice.
Coastal.
Can you just keep doing the accent, please? That's really
Coastal
fun.
Citrus. And, I can't really do this. Barrel aged gin.
Nice.
I can't really do it.
I'm not the best
I can't even do a New Zealand accent anymore.
Well, now you've got your British passport. Like, you pass it over at the pass, don't you?
I know. I don't think that I even count as an All Blacks supporter anymore.
Is that you trying to get out of it because you've lost?
Totes.
Yeah, literally. Like, I'm an England fan now.
No, I'll never be an England fan.
Do you hope we win on Saturday?
Actually, I don't. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because my dearly departed grandparents were from South Africa.
Okay.
So that's a hard one, actually. Because
shall I answer? What do you think?
My living nana is from England. Yeah. So I'm confused, guys. I don't know.
She's from Stoke, isn't she?
She's from Stoke.
She'll be stoked if they win.
She will be.
She
would have been watching that game with all the New Zealanders in New Zealand.
Yes.
Yeah.
What a result.
Bet you Nana had a nice night.
I am going to win the finals on. I'm going to be at a stag do. Be at Pete's stag do.
Yeah.
And if we win, because we'll have gone out on the Friday night, probably waken up about 5 minutes before the rugby starts.
Yeah.
And if we win, that's going to be the craziest day.
Yeah.
Apparently we're going to go quad biking.
You're going to flip cars.
Yeah, it's going to be a mess.
Yeah.
Get
into fights with people.
Yeah, probably. We're in Oxford, so that's the last time I went to Oxford. One of my co-drinkers got involved in a fight. So
fair enough.
I think that's where it happens. So yeah.
Okay. Well, shall we start with the Australian dry?
Yeah.
I'll lose the terrible fake accent.
Which one?
So, have you got something in your glass? You need to finish that off, or rinse it out.
Exciting.
Mystery gin.
It's like free booze. It's great. I know that's later this evening.
I'll let you do your own,
Actually, shall I do a little tonic water rinse? I think that was our sort of amble. That was my bag gin, the barrel aged. So let me. Yeah. Shall I?
Yeah.
Have a little go. I never mind if my neat taste is slightly infused with tonic water, because at least it's in the spirit of what it should be.
The spirit.
Oh, see, you can, yeah, it's very good.
It's got a really zingy note, doesn't it?
Zingy, but you still get depth of like a nut sort of quality to it.
Yeah.
So there is a balance to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very heavily citrusy, but yes, there's a balance.
Yeah. God, that's just really pleasant, isn't it? Nice mouthfeel.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the little, what did you call it? The sizzle or the fizz or the fry.
The fry, exactly. The way I can describe how positively I feel about Manly Spirits is I remember trying Four Pillars, which I will happily go on record and say is one of my favourite gins ever. And I tried Manly almost straight afterwards, and I was still really excited. It wasn't a poor relation at all. And that's probably the best compliment I can pay, because I will...
It's just different, isn't it?
I will bought different, but it still has some similarities in terms of the mouthfeel, some of the botanicals, because a lot of the botanicals in Four Pillars and Manly, they're sort of indigenous products, and you do get a similarity in the mouthfeel.
I'm just going to start icing this up while we talk.
Yeah. And so to be able to sit there and say, Manly Spirits, I can talk about them in the same breath as one of my favourite gins in the whole world.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably as good a compliment as you can pay. Like, when we went, I left with a whole bag of like Manly Spirit gins, you know, rather than Four Pillars, you know. So, yeah, it's
got a really lovely aftertaste as well.
The whole dry down is fantastic. The most sugar you get is right at the front of the drink. And so if you're one of these people that gulps their gins, you'll think it's too sweet. But if you allow it to sip and enjoy, you get the full palatal experience from the back of the tongue to the front of the tongue. It's quite a full experience, which I like. Yeah. You're going to make a gin tea.
Experience. We're going to do this with a bit of orange, won't we? Do you want to put some?
Should I get some in there?
Get some in there. I'm just going to use the rest of my tasting sample because I have very low tolerance.
Well, you know, Claire's not been well. We need to talk about this. Claire's not been well.
Yeah.
Claire, I'm just going to like put a pity party out there for Claire, because one of Claire's favourite foods in the world is eggs. Eggs.
Yeah.
And your body doesn't like eggs anymore.
I've developed an intolerance to eggs.
I reckon you've literally...
eggs now make me depressed.
You've poisoned yourself from eggs, I reckon.
Oh God, is the same going to happen with gin?
Mate.
No!
Because you would probably eat like 3 eggs like every other day, right?
Yeah, there was a period of time in the summer where I was eating them every day.
Like an omelette every day.
Yeah.
Which is a great food.
I've talked before about the FODMAP thing, the reason I have to drink the yellow tonic.
Balanced, versatile protein. It's a brilliant food to eat.
You can make a really delicious
omelette. And you're working
omelette.
out hard as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's ideal.
Exactly, it was perfect, and I was trying to have less carbs
and
that sort of thing. So but
eggs are now dead to you.
Yeah.
So this is we are drinking as a mourning to your loss of egg.
Eggs R.I.P.
Yeah.
But
gin.
God, this is really good with an orange peel. I feel like, funnily enough, putting an orange peel in there, which is sweet, makes the gin drier. Also, I don't have any tonic.
There's a little, it gives it that heady feel, which lifts the sweetness away. Yeah. Whereas before it sort of sat, not cloyingly, but it sat at a lower level. It sort of gets lifted away by the extra citral element. Sorry, just one step behind you. I'm just going to put it in.
Oh, that is yum. Oh, that is delicious. I feel like I'm getting more of the oceany flavour now that it's got tonic in it. So it's like it needed the tonic to give it, to open up the depth of the bladderwrack.
I think...
I really like that.
In the last few months, this has been one of the craft gin club, if you're a craft gin club person. Yeah. This came 1 month, and people were a bit confused about what to do with it. Generally, the feedback was that this is the way to serve it. And I think it's one of their biggest successes. Some people were a bit confused, and I think maybe it's because of what the other things in the package came with. I think they were a bit weird, like the kind of tonics are a bit weird, and then the snacks were a bit odd. Yeah, but people always try and put the tonic, which makes sense. They put the tonic they're given in with the gin they're given.
Yeah.
And actually, I think that month it probably just didn't match up.
But this works really, really well.
Yeah.
I've done, as I always do, no more than 50-50. But that's just so easy to drink, isn't it? It's almost like an Australian leaf.
I just had a Thapper throw down. Once I really tasted it, it was so good.
Drinking this made up in a G&T reminds me of drinking Leith on the headland in New Zealand with the ocean breeze in my face.
So what's good to know is that we love Leith Gin, and Karen, we're friends with these guys, and that's great. But what's good to know is that you don't have to be in Edinburgh to try a gin that is this beautiful. You can find it with indigenous products and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You can find something. And what it also is brilliant to note is that there's a set formula of things that work really well in gins. If you have like some slightly spicy note and like a sort of sweet citrus note, it's probably going to be quite good.
Yeah.
And
then for me, adding something oceanic just adds that extra element that it balances against anything sweet that's in there and just plays with my nostalgic heart. That was a funny phrase.
You're just a bit homesick.
Right. I'm a little homesick. We need to press on because we have to go drink some wine soon. So now
it's horrible, isn't it? Now we have to do that.
I know, what a shame. Now we're on the coastal citrus.
Very light on the nose. I'm just going to say that. Can't smell lots of things.
I can definitely smell citrus on the nose. But sharper citrus.
Like compared to the dry, right? I said I've got a hint of almond and a few little more.
Yeah.
This is really light.
Anyone who really likes citrusy gin, I think is going to love this one. Still very smooth. A little bit more fry on this one.
Talk about the quality of the products. The base spirit that's in it. It's very good. There's no raw alcohol. There's no sense of this is made just with such love. It's a very high quality product to start with.
Yeah.
And I feel like whichever direction it went in with it from there, it would be very good.
Agreed. So
in we go.
Gin Venturi suggested this with a bit of lemon instead of orange. So it's going to stay. We're going to stick with that sort of slightly sharper citrus rather than the.
So we want to serve this with seafood, right?
Oh my god, yeah, nice white.
Really
fish.
fresh by the side of the water, which of course in Sydney, fresh seafood is 10 to the 1,000. So it's amazing.
Yeah.
So.
Wow, so interesting.
So pass another ice cube. I just feel it's a bit warm actually.
Soz, mate.
That's all right. My fault. Keep talking. Talk amongst yourselves, people. It is.
I'm just trying to think how to describe it. Yeah, the first hit is very lemony and then it dries down.
That's a real people pleaser. It's just a very pleasant.
Yeah.
Very if I don't feel challenged by it, and that's good sometimes. If you want to introduce people to a high quality spirit, this might be the way in.
This is a lovely sunny afternoony sort of.
But it also isn't offensively ginny in the way that people might dislike it.
Yeah.
It hasn't got a huge juniper hit.
No.
And you could sit there and say, this is a gin for people that don't know if they like gin. And then you can go from there into something else. You always have to find your way in. This is probably quite a good starter gin.
I agree.
Is that fair?
I think it's lovely. I think it tastes really, really nice.
Yeah. But it's better than, having,
just my seaweed heart prefers that depth of the dry.
Agreed. Having Gordon's as a starter gin, perhaps not. We shouldn't slag off Gordon's, but I just did, so.
Hashtag.
Sauce.
Yeah. So, finally, oh no, hang on, I shouldn't put the ice in yet. I was going to put the ice into our tasting glasses because I feel like with the barrel aged,
we probably don't want
we're
tonic.
not going to do tonic.
So barrel aged.
Maybe ice and maybe a little bit of the orange.
The thing with the barrel aged things, the barrel aged products, is obviously a lot of companies. It started out that people made whiskies and then had these empty barrels, and they're like, what do they do with their barrels?
Yeah.
Oh well, gin's pretty popular. What happened if we bunged some gin in our barrel aged casks, and that might be an interesting hybrid flavour.
Yeah.
And they've stumbled upon gold, and I have to say,
literally,
gold. Oh, but gold doesn't always win the World Cup, though, does it? because Australia got knocked out.
Oh well, you know.
Soz, but you know they might be losing quarter-finalists, but their gin's better than that. It has to be said.
I think they're probably feeling a bit more on the green side.
Is that right? Is that right? Well, we like the green side because we like all of the kind of vegetable aspects of that we quite enjoyed. But yeah, so basically, what do we do with all of these empty barrels for months? And so they thought, let's make gin. It's really trendy. And they've stumbled upon something that's brilliant. Yeah. This was the one I left with an extra bottle of. I snuck in it. We bought everything between us, and I was like, I've got to buy an extra bottle of the.
Yeah, I do remember. I mean, we were pretty drunk at that point, but I do remember.
It was glorious.
Oh, not even that much, mate. Give you a bit of that.
Mate, are you going all Aussie on me? Not even that much, mate.
I'll go, mate. Throw another shrimp on the barbie.
Nice.
Jellyfish and steam roast.
It's nice to hear that even people from New Zealand can do terrible Aussie accents as well.
There was a point in my life where I probably could do a very good one, but time has passed.
And you're basically British now, so
I can't even do a New Zealand accent anymore. Like if I really try to channel my original accent.
Yeah.
But even then, I probably didn't sound like that. Now I feel like it's coming out a bit South African. Or I don't know.
Let's hope the South Africans are equally confused on Saturday in the World Cup final. That would be ideal. Sorry, did I mention England in the World Cup final?
Oh, that's good. I mean, it tastes like whiskey.
I've just remembered why I take.
But like a gentle whiskey.
Yeah, well, that's the interesting hybrid.
Delicate golden pale.
People sit there and go, well, I don't like whiskey because it's so strong and it's so. Get yourself a barrel-aged gin and drink it. Treat it like a whiskey. Drink it neat. Turn it into a sour. Kind of all of these different things that you associate whiskey with. Drink it with ginger ale.
Yeah.
Do
we want to garnish this with anything? Put a bit of
I just
ice,
want to drink it and be really excited.
Yeah. I think that you can't improve upon that. That's beautiful.
There's a slightly vanilla-y sort of quality to it, which I really enjoy. That's the sweetness in it. It's a sort of
vanilla. I see what you mean.
There's a slightly vanilla-y quality. And then it has.
And it's specifically a whiskey barrel as well. I just noticed that
it's
aged
in.
Yeah. Sometimes you get a wine barrel or
sherry casks.
I've got a 4 Pillars Chardonnay barrel.
That's really good. Yeah. I've just got.
We're getting at some point a little biddy in a Pinot Noir barrel, which I'm really excited about.
And I've got a home of 4 Pillars sherry cask.
Oh yeah, well, at some point we're gonna have to do a whole episode on barrel aged gins.
Yeah.
Put all of our barrels together and barrel on.
Is that the best you've got?
Yeah. I think on that note,
cheers.
We need to go drink some wine.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.